Hey guys, Steven here with another MyCom tutorial. Today we're going to talk about the power of sound design in your videos. Let's go. Alright, so we're here in Adobe Premiere Pro, and again we're working with this boat lift commercial, and I just wanted to kind of go through and talk about the power of sound design. So what I want to do is go ahead and play this commercial in full, and that way you can kind of hear it with the sound design, then we'll go through it without. So here it is with the sound design. All right, so for me, I think having the sound design in there adds a lot of life to your video, to this video specifically. And so sound design should be done in moderation, and I believe that it can be overdone pretty heavily. And so what I want to do is kind of take you through my process and how I decided where to put what sound. And so I have like this bird ambient sound effect, and I think the beep were from a website that I subscribe to, royalty-free sound design. So that way I can use it on any project, which I love. But a lot of these other sound effects were taken from other parts of the video and placed to where I felt like they needed to go. And so first I want to start with this bird ambience. So basically this is kind of like an ambient type of a feel. So I wanted to kind of create this feeling of, hey, we're outside, we're in nature, and so what better than that than some birds? And so here it is, the bird ambience. And so you can kind of see it hits around this negative 40 range on the decibels here. So it's pretty underneath everything else. Take that in contrast with the music at this point is rolling around when it starts to come on, like -9, -12, -15 is kind of where it sits. And so again, the key to sound design is using it in moderation and not overpowering, because then it starts to sound fake. And now you can see this other track here is the boat. Again, same thing, hits around -30, jumps up to 24 here. And so just want to have that a little bit of a feeling of, hey, we're in a boat. There's a boat. Let's make sure we hear the boat. Okay. And so we kind of run through each clip, and it's like, okay, what needs to go here? And so I like to add these constant power, these fades in and out to kind of lead the viewer into what's coming next, and also kind of tail things off. That way it's not such a hard cut. And so, boom, now we're inside the boat. So I think this is just the natural audio. Yes, from this clip, you can see here, FX30, clip 30 here. And so this is just the natural sound from the camera. I had a microphone on there capturing the natural sound because we're closer to the boat. I wanted to make it feel like that. And so this one, kind of wanted to show, okay, we're powering down now. And so what I did here is I took, when the boat was starting to ramp up, I just reversed it. I hit Command R and then hit reverse speed, and that works for videos as well as audio. So it's a little trick that I used here just to make you feel like, okay, now we're slowing down. And then wanted to get some laughter, introduce the birds. Okay, we're outside. And then added this little beep for the button. And got them laughing at the end. And then ended it with some waves kind of crashing. Can solo that out so you can kind of hear this whole end once we're in the dock. Just how the waves kind of coming in there. You can hear that just barely. Again, that negative 40 range for those. And then with the birds, I think the birds are around that same decibel level. Sorry, that wasn't the birds. Here are the birds. Yeah, a little bit higher, -33. Again, just to kind of sit underneath the music, to sit underneath the laughing, and underneath everything else. And so that's the basics of sound design. Um, Again, just wanted to feel, for me, it makes me feel like I'm actually in the video. So what I want to do is I want to mute. This is one of my favorite things to do after the edit, after I sound design it, is mute the music and just listen to the sound design. Now, I think that would almost work without the music, honestly. I just love how more natural that feels than without it. So, again, hey, this is Steven, and I hope you learned something. I hope that this was helpful to you to use in any type of video that you have for your church or any other type of creative commercial that you may use. I always like to include this last touch of sound design. Again, it's just like a little sprinkle on top that I love to add to bring your video to life. So, if you have any questions, just go ahead and type them in the comments below. I'll try to answer them, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks.